What's up, folks? Thanks for joining me again. This short video will be just a branch off of what I had covered yesterday with the whole theme of love in the air. I observed some things, particularly in that Arizona flag game, right? Love versus the flag, and had some interesting observations I wanted to share with you guys. So we'll just jump right into it. You may recall yesterday, make sure you watch the video from yesterday, I touched on the importance of the final score of the last time that Arizona played Duke back in 2011. We touched on the 77s and Luka and him leaving United Airlines, etc., but also the story or the movie that was released in 2006 called Flight 93. And sure enough, Arizona loses to the flag with a final score of 93. And the very first headline after that game ended, there were multiple headlines that says, "Flag flies. Flag flies." Just wanted to show a few different news publications, if you will, that are using that exact same choice of words, if you will, after love loses to the flag. Right. What I thought was really interesting too is in this game, move a slide up here. In this game, towards the very end of the game, it looked like Duke was about to run away with it, and Arizona went on a little bit of a run. But at the 1 minute and 56 minute mark left in the game, we have Carter Bryant, who we touched on yesterday, hits a three-pointer to bring the score within 5 points. And once again, if you go back to yesterday's video, you'll see why this is lining up so perfectly. In that I touched on yesterday about how on the 5-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's death in a helicopter, the Philadelphia Eagles tweeted out this particular tweet with the image of the helicopter on the 5-year anniversary. The 156 matters because 9/11, right, one of the biggest plane crash stories in history, 9/11 is the 156th prime number. So how perfect for Carter Bryant with Arizona to bring the score within 5 points at the 1 minute and 56 second mark. Yesterday too, all while once again, the flag flies. In the NHL, the Flyers fire their head coach. And ironically enough, they actually won their game yesterday, and we'll touch on that in a minute. But at the same time that the flag flies, the Flyers now fire their head coach. I put out some notes on that on our Winnable page, just pointing out that yesterday, the 27th, is the 86th day of the year. And in Gematria, if you use just the alphabetic order backwards, A is 26 down to Z is 1. If you type out the word crash, it equals 86. And that was perfect for this particular game because in light of everything we talked about yesterday with Air Jordan and the upside down plane that crashed in front of Air Canada, now we have the Canadians facing the Flyers. Once again, this was yesterday. So what I really pointed out besides the 86 was that if the Flyers were to win, they would pick up their 29th win and give the Canadians their 29th loss. Which matters because the first big plane crash story this year took place on the 29th day of the year. And sure enough, that happened, right? Sure enough, it happened. One last thing I really want to touch on before I close with this 9/11 connection with Carter Bryant. One other addition I wanted to add was you can throw his birthday in there too with all of this. In yesterday's presentation, I pointed out that Kobe Bryant died on Vince Carter's birthday. The date written 126. And it just turns out that Carter Bryant was born on November 26th, 1026. So in the world of numerology, the 0 really holds no value. So 1026 is equivalent to 126. But anyways, in closing, right, as we pointed out here, the 29 alignment, which happened, the Flyers did end up winning that game 6-4, and they fired their head coach. I don't know if it was before or after the game, but very convenient timing for the Flyers to pick up that win and fire their coach the same time that the flag flies, right? I guess tying it all back in with Trump, it's always right there in front of your face. Trump, back in his days on TV, he is a professional actor after all. Just don't forget about one of his most famous catchphrases: "You're fired." So anyways, I'll leave it there for now, and I look forward to the next one. There's always more to come, you guys, so until we meet again.